The cell phone market is really kind of boring these days. Different brands are all doing the same thing, use the latest processor, the biggest camera module, and sell it for the highest price. How long has it been since we've had a phone that made us say, whoa, I've never seen that before? Well, here's a phone that caught everybody's eye, the MOONDROP MIAD 01. Even though it's a niche brand and this is their first hybrid HiFi player and phone product, a lot of reviewers have made at least one video for it. Now, let's show how different it is. And if you're interested in this MIAD 01, there's a link to buy it below the video. HiFi audiophiles should have heard of the brand MOONDROP. They are a brand from China that specializes in audio products and is known in the HiFi world. You can often buy very good headphones and players from them at the right price. MOONDROP is also famous for their anime girls. They often put all kinds of anime girls on the boxes. The MIAD 01 does the same thing, just the absence of a charger in such a large box is my first complaint about the MIAD 01. The biggest selling point of the MOONDROP MIAD 01 is these two holes on top, the high tech that no other phone has, a 3.5mm headphone jack and a 4.4mm balanced output port. It also packs two CS43131S inside to ensure your audio experience. I know these two chips aren't exactly high-end chips. Even MOONDROP's own USB DAC that only sells for $50 comes with these two chips. So why should I pay hundreds of dollars more to buy this phone? Of course, MOONDROP has something more to offer. Compared to USB DAC, MIAD 01 has absolute advantage in audio experience. Like professional HiFi players, MIAD 01 comes with a 100 levels of volume adjustment and audio sample rate display. It also has an application called Audio Console, which can simulate electronic tube sound and the sense of hearing in a room. You can also adjust the EQ and download various profiles, both from official and third-party ones by audiophiles themselves. Listening to music with the MIAD 01 will also be more power efficient because you no longer need to power the USB DAC. There are no compatibility issues and you won't deafen your ears with loud rattles caused by poor contact. The best part is that you can completely bypass Android's SRC, both for music apps and games. No settings are required and all apps output at their highest sample rates. Even listening to songs online on various music streaming platforms would not be SRC, which is an audio experience that no doubt beats all USB DACs. As a HiFi phone, the MIAD 01 doesn't do all audio-related features very well. If you have to listen to songs on this phone with wireless earbuds, chances are that the experience isn't as good as it would be on a phone from a mainstream brand. There's no aptX, no LHDC, and no LC3, with the only supported high bitrate protocol being LDAC. The speaker performance is also average, good enough, but definitely not the best speakers we've heard. I'll put the speaker test at the end of the video so you guys can check its speaker quality for yourself. As a player, it passes the line, but can it satisfy us as a phone? To be honest, not really. Apart from the fact that it has a unique look like a retro phone from Nokia and Leica, I quite like the design somehow. But the sharp corner, even it is plastic, can easily put a dent in your palm. Excellent as a weapon if you want to defend yourself. The camera module isn't big, but it's still over 1.3 centimeters. That's the price of carrying a 4.4mm headphone jack. The good news is that even MOONDROP doesn't know how to make a good phone, but they know how to make a good player. The system uses stock Android with GMS support, a SIM card slot that supports 2TB TF cards, and a Type-C port that is 5GBP USB 3.0. This is a good thing for both the phone and the player. But this curved screen is not that good. Apart from the fact that the specs looks rather average, this screen also looks terrible. When you look at it from some angle, you can see red and green strips. It's not too noticeable in normal use, but it's easy to see when the screen is white. And since it's a curved screen, the problem of the curved part being dark and green is inevitable. The cameras, well, we shouldn't expect too much from a player's camera, and the fact that it works fine is already a win for MOONDROP. The MIAD 01 has a Dimensity 7050 processor. It certainly beats the Snapdragon 660 portable player, but not by much. Simply put, the Dimensity 7050 is still an entry-level processor and still falls short of other phones in the same price range. PUBG Mobile should be a game it can handle. It runs smoothly at extreme frame rates. If you're willing to give up the high graphics, Genshin Impact is also barely playable. About the battery life, it seems like it doesn't perform very well. Just for listening to songs, you would get an acceptable battery life out of it, but once you use it for something else, it's going to go out of business. The good thing is that it supports a PD 33-watt charging protocol, which is another way to make up for the battery life. So let the MIAD 01 concentrate on being a player, shall we? Since it's not quite good enough as a cell phone, it's also not as cheap as some USB DACs that use the same chip. So who is the MOONDROP MIAD 01 really for? It's for light music enthusiasts who need a second phone as a backup, or those of you who often listen to songs on music streaming platforms like Spotify and Apple Music. Alright, there's a link to buy it below the video. The MIAD 01 isn't destined to be a big seller, but it brings some fun to the boring world, and that's good enough. I hope MOONDROP can keep up the good work, and I'd still love to see MIAD 02 released next year. I'm Waifu from China. See you next time.
We're dreaming.